Hey everyone, and welcome to Canine Dog Talk. Now, if you're like me and you know deep down that your dog isn't just a pet, they're family, then you have definitely come to the right place. Let's jump right in.
So let me ask you something. We all feel the love from our dogs, right? But how are they really saying it? It's usually not in the ways we humans think. See, they've got this whole secret language, a bunch of behaviors and instincts that basically scream, I love you louder than any words ever could. And today, well, we're going to decode that language together. All right, so part one is all about the foundation of trust. Because really, any great relationship has to be built on something solid. And for our dogs, that something is absolute total trust. These first few signs we'll look at are all about how they show you they feel completely safe in your world. Okay, you know the scene. You go out, you buy them the plushest, comfiest dog bed money can buy. You put it in the perfect little corner, and where do they end up? Yep, curled up right next to you, half the time stealing your blanket. It might seem funny, but that simple choice is honestly one of the biggest compliments your dog could ever pay you. And this all boils down to pure instinct. I mean, think about it. In the wild, packs sleep huddled together for warmth and for safety. It's a survival thing. So when your dog ditches their own bed for yours, they're not just looking for a comfy spot. They're officially declaring that you are their pack. You're their family. They trust you so much that you've become the center of their universe. And what's more, they're also acting as your guardian, watching over you even in their sleep.
Oh, and this one, the classic belly up pose. It's so easy to just see it as, hey, scratch my tummy, right? But it is so much more than that. A dog's belly is their most vulnerable spot. It's where all their important organs are. So for them to just flop over and show it to you, that's a huge deal. The key here is really reading the whole situation. A relaxed dog, a soft, gently wagging tail, those soft, sleepy eyes, that is a sign of ultimate trust. It's them saying, I feel so completely safe with you that I can be totally defenseless right now. And sometimes it's also a sign of respect, like they're acknowledging you as the calm, cool leader of the pack. It's just this beautiful, quiet conversation happening, all built on trust. Okay, so we've got trust as the foundation. Now let's get into part two, the silent language of love. This is where we look at the more active ways our dogs tell us how they feel, using a language without any words, but one that's absolutely packed with meaning. Have you ever had this happen? You just look over and catch your dog staring at you. Not like they want a treat or to go outside, but just a soft, calm, loving look that feels like it's going right through to your soul. Now, what's fascinating is that in most of the animal kingdom, a direct stare is a challenge. It's a threat. But between a dog and their favorite person, it's the complete opposite. And get this. There is actual, incredible science behind this. Seriously. Studies have shown that when you and your dog lock eyes in that loving way, both of your brains get a massive flood of oxytocin. That's the love hormone. It's the same chemical that helps a mother and a new baby bond. So this isn't just you imagining things, it's a real, shared, biological experience of affection. Yeah, so just to be clear, oxytocin is what scientists call the love hormone. It's this powerful chemical that builds up social bonds, trust, and those feelings of love. And the fact that both humans and dogs get a rush of it just from looking at each other, that's just amazing proof of how special our connection really is. Okay, this one might actually be my favorite. Your dog just trots over and drops their most valuable treasure right into your lap. It could be a squeaky toy, a ball covered in drool, or, let's be honest, one of your socks that they have decided is now theirs. And you might just think, oh, they want to play. But this whole thing goes way back in their family tree. Think about their wild ancestors. In a wolf pack, sharing a valuable piece of food is a massive sign of respect. It shows who's important. Well, for your dog, that slobbery, half-destroyed toy, that's their prized kill. That's their most valuable resource. And by giving it to you, they're essentially saying, you are the leader of this pack, and I want to share my best stuff with you. All right, now this next one can get a little misunderstood, so let's be super clear. We are not talking about aggressive biting here. We're talking about that gentle, really controlled mouthing or light nipping that happens when you're playing. Where it almost feels like they're just holding your hand with their mouth. So puppies in a litter learn really early on how hard they can bite each other during play without actually causing pain. It's a thing called bite inhibition. When your grown-up dog does that gentle mouthing with you, it's a huge sign of trust because they're basically treating you like one of their litter mates. They're saying, hey, I see you as one of us. I trust myself not to hurt you. This is how we play. And that brings us to our final section, part 3, the loyal guardian. This is where we see all that love and trust really spring into action. This is where your dog's job as your protector, your best friend, and your guardian just shines through. You know this feeling. You walk in the door after a long day and it's just total wonderful chaos, right? The jumping, the little excited whines, the tail wagging so fast their entire body is wiggling. You have to understand, for them, you coming home is the highlight of their day. Nothing else even comes close. And this isn't just them being excited. It's another one of those deep pack instincts. When you come home, it means the pack is finally back together, everyone is safe, everyone is secure. And yep, you guessed it, their brain gets another one of those huge hits of oxytocin, that love hormone we talked about. It's a literal rush of joy. In that moment, you are everything to them. And that welcome home party is love in its purest form. Have you ever been sick at home and noticed your dog just changes? All of a sudden, the nonstop demands to play fetch just stop. Instead, they just become this quiet little furry shadow, maybe resting their head on your lap or just lying quietly by your side. This is one of their superpowers. It's truly amazing. Dogs can smell the tiny chemical changes in our bodies when we're sick. They can also read our body language, our tone of voice, and they just know that something isn't right. And their instinct isn't to try and fix it, but to give you the one thing they have, their calm, comforting presence. It's their way of being your personal nurse, just saying, hey, I'm right here with you. It's going to be okay. So let's wrap this up and talk about what to remember. When you put all these pieces together, you start to see that a dog's love is this beautiful thing, woven together from instinct, trust, and absolute loyalty. It really comes down to these 3 pillars. First, it all starts with trust. That's them showing you their vulnerable side. Second is communication, using that silent language we've been talking about to show their affection. And it all leads to the 3rd pillar, loyalty, where they actively protect you and care for you as part of their pack. So what does this all really mean? It means your dog is talking to you constantly. They're telling you that you're their whole world with every sleepy sigh, every soft look, every slobbery toy they drop in your lap. Our job is just to learn how to listen, not with our ears, but with our hearts. Hey, if you had fun decoding your dog's secret language with us today, then please make sure you subscribe to Canine Dog Talk. We've got so much more to talk about to help you make that amazing bond with your best friend even stronger. Thanks so much for watching.